And our first question will go to Brad Galley with WXYZ.
Cross, congratulations, man. Welcome to the Red Wings organization from everybody here in Detroit. I'm sure you're going to answer about the process, but as just going through the highlights, 2 lacrosse-style goals in game action. Walk me through the courage of doing that and the execution of doing them too.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's just kind of something I've always kind of worked on in practice. This kind of unique stuff that I kind of do skill-wise. I always kind of joked around with my dad saying, like, mark my words, I'm going to do this in a game sometime. And I mean, sure enough, I saw the opportunity to do it this year and a couple times, and it worked. Thank goodness it worked, but it worked.
How much is that a part of your game, confidence? How much has that been translating as you've kind of grown here into an NHL draft pick?
For me, I think confidence is huge. I think it really determines how really good I'm going to play. And I think when I'm playing with a lot of confidence, I think I'm pretty tough to stop, and I'm going pretty good. So,
congrats, man.
Thank you.
Next question will be from Ted Colpin with the Detroit News.
Hey, Cross, congratulations on joining the Red Wings. As a Texas kid, obviously, why hockey and not football or baseball?
I mean, actually, a lot of things that people don't really know down here is that, like in the Dallas area, hockey is actually, it's growing, and it's actually really big down here that have a real strong passion for the game and love hockey. So I think for me, obviously, I have some Canadian roots, and I have a lot of people that played hockey in my family, so it's kind of always in my blood. But yeah, just growing up here in Dallas, we had a lot of great coaches, and the whole 9 yards. It's been awesome.
Big Stars fan growing up?
Yeah, I was a Stars fan growing up just because I got to go see the games all the time. And a couple of buddies on my teams growing up was dads are kind of on the team and stuff. So,
hey, congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Our next question will be from Helene St. James with the Detroit Free Press.
Hey, Cross. What have you been working on this off season, and what do you kind of see as what you need to work on the most to make the next jump in your hockey career?
Yeah, for me, I think I've kind of grown a little bit taller than I have filled into my frame. So I think this summer was a really big focus on gaining a lot of strength and kind of filling into my 6'1" frame that I have. So I've put on a lot of weight this summer, a good amount of weight from 165. I've gotten up to 175 now. So I think just putting on more strength in the legs and everywhere else has just been probably my main focus. And on the ice, I'd probably just say skating, because skating kind of can always get better, and it needs to get better if I want to play at the NHL level.
Okay, and I just want to follow up. Did you say you had some friends whose dads played for the Stars, or?
Yeah, growing up with my teams, I always had Justin Robidoux was on my team. His dad played with the Stars. And Jackson Noondike, he's one of my best friends to this day. And his dad he used to play for the Stars, and then was the GM for the Stars when we were growing up.
Did you ever meet any of the players, or any like Mike Morano or anybody?
I've met a few, the players, just kind of when I was younger, but I don't really remember. I mean, they probably don't remember me. I was just some little kid in the locker room with one of the guys' kids.
Thank you.
The next question is from Max Boltman with The Athletic.
Hey, Cross. I was just curious about kind of the interview process. Did you have a good feeling it was going to be Detroit picking you, or what were your interactions like with them in the lead up?
Yeah, Detroit, for sure, I thought showed a lot of interest in me, and I was really excited about that because they were one of my top people that I was or one of my top teams that I had a good feeling about to be picked by. So when I saw the name come up, I was like, oh, this might be it. And sure enough, it was, and it was a surreal feeling.
What kind of stuff did they want to know about you when you guys were talking?
I think for that kind of stuff, it's just they're just trying to see what kind of person you are, I think, and away from the rink and off the ice and stuff. So I think a big part of those interviews kind of showing what kind of person you are, what kind of character you have.
Thank you.
Our next question is from Nick Katsanika with NHL.com.
Hey, Cross, congratulations. Just kind of wanted to dig more on that, your Stars connections. Did you play in the Stars program, skate at the Dr. Pepper Star Center? What are your memories of that? And then did you not like the Red Wings when you were growing up?
Yeah, for me, from the year I could start playing travel hockey, I played in the Dallas Stars Elite organization all the way through till I made the jump to the WHL. But yeah, we played the Dr. Star Centers, and it was, I mean, it's not what people think, but I mean, it's actually a lot better than what people would think Dallas hockey would be. But yeah, growing up, I think being a Stars fan, I mean, I didn't like love the Detroit when they'd play the Stars, obviously, but I never like hated them.
All right, our last question for Cross will be from Sean Shapiro with The Athletic Dallas.
Hey, Cross, just to kind of follow up that, what do you see as far as what that program has done in Dallas to kind of promote guys and get guys to this level? Because obviously Blake Coleman wins a Stanley Cup a week ago. There's been a bunch of other guys from Dallas who have been drafted now. What's it like for you to kind of be part of that group of kind of a growing contingency of Texans that are getting into the league now?
I mean, for me, I think it's a huge honor, actually, just because I did grow up all my youth hockey down here in Dallas, and my dad's been a coach in the Dallas area for the Elite for however long we've been down here. And I think it's really good because a lot of people, a lot of kids in the program, like to this day, kind of look up to me as being kind of a kid that like is always around the rink and watching me and stuff and want to be kind of where I played. And that was me growing up with watching Seth and Caleb Jones and Ryan O'Reilly and Max Gildon and stuff. So I think it's really cool to have that feeling that the younger kids in the Dallas here have that look up to me kind of.
All right, that's all the time we have with Cross. We'll be in touch via email if when we get our next media availabilities lined up. And Cross, thanks for doing this, and welcome again to the Red Wings.
Thank you guys so much.
Thanks, Cross.